Now look at the video. Do you see what's happening? Fantastic, right? You see people running and they're going into the shops and they just simply take whatever they like to take. And it seems like as though they don't feel guilty, right? It seems like as though they're enjoying themselves because the law has changed. The state law has changed. It would have been an imprisonment for them. But today, the law has changed, and so they just can go into somebody else's shop and take the goods from there. And it's all free, so to speak. And I feel rather strange, mysterious, or laughable that such a thing could have happened. When the state law has changed, people feel themselves less guilty. Is that correct? Just because in your mind you believe that the law has been rewritten, just because in our mind we have made ourselves believe that this is not a very heavy misdemeanor, we commit the crime. Is that right? So the purpose why I want you to see this video is because to challenge you with a true understanding that right and wrong is not something which is coded by the state or coded in your mind. You can change it. You can change as you like. The state can change the laws. But the laws of the universe, you can't change it. The laws that are written in your soul, you can't change it. So what is happening is that, can you feel not guilty when you take somebody else's goods? The laws of the universe is imprinted forever. And in your soul, you know what is good and what is wrong. So when you do something wrong, you know what is guilty and what is not. You see those people, they are running away because they feel guilty inside their soul. So you cannot possibly depend or say that because this particular religion tells me that this is not wrong, I can do it, right? You cannot say that, right? You cannot say that just because this belief system doesn't record this as wrong, I can do it. Is that the right attitude? Cannot. Because our guilt is measured by our soul. And our soul records it. And it stays there. And it stays there as an awesome guilt, which you don't realize, but it's there. And it affects your mind. That guilt affects your ability to work. That guilt affects the way you integrate with other people. You don't realize it, but that guilt is still there, very strong. So what do we do about it? A lot of people go to a religion to change the way they think. So they say that this particular religion tells me that it's okay to do it. I feel okay, they say. Is that the correct attitude? Well, you can do your best to change the way you think. You can get someone else to help you to change the way you think. But nothing would have changed until the day you step into your soul and say, I've done wrong, and I will not do it again. If you can admit it in your soul, in your heart, that I've done wrong, then your guilt will cease. In other words, what it simply means is that I have forgiven myself. That's the only way. I've heard so many people telling me that he forgave me, so I'm free. Not exactly. He may forgive me, but have I forgiven myself? He may have forgiven me, but am I free of my guilt? I remember that I was young. I was playing a game with my brother, and there was a scissors in my hand. I didn't know about it. I think I know, but I don't really know the implications of having a scissors in my hand. It was a sharp scissor. So while playing with my friend, with my brother, I threw that scissor to my brother's face. It was a shock to me that blood bleed from the head, from the forehead. Now, can I say to myself that I am ignorant? Yes, I think can. Why? Because today, I don't feel that guilty because I don't know, right? You can say that I don't know, so I don't feel that guilty. But I want to explain to you something far more important than you ever realized. You see, now I'm an elderly person and I have a son. My son, when he was about, I don't know, the age of 6 or something like that, he was riding a bicycle and he accidentally hit a wall and he hit on his forehead. When I saw that, it dawned on me that I was paying a price. I was paying my punishment. And nobody else appears to be punishing me, right? but somehow the universe punished me. But because I don't know, it happened to my son as well. Because I don't know, it happened to my son. But of course it is true that when I did that, my mother rushed my brother to the hospital. But my mother did not miss something. He caned me. He beat me up. And it was that beating that made me see that something was wrong that I'd done. I didn't know what was wrong. I was just playing a game, right? But then somehow my mother beat me, and it came into my heart and my mind at that point in time, as a boy, about 6 years old. And something tells me that I was wrong. So you see, friend, what I'm just trying to say is that you may steal from somebody, and nobody needs to know. Nobody needs to see you at all. And perhaps in your mind you feel that it is not wrong. That doesn't make a difference. If it is written in your soul that it is wrong, you will be punished for it. If it is written in your soul, the guilt will continue until the day you say, I'm wrong, I've done something wrong, and I don't want to do this again. Then you are free. So this is a simple message that you've got to be authentic to yourself. You cannot use your mind to teach you otherwise. You cannot confuse your mind with many, many thinkings and ideas that says you're a good man, you're a nice man. You cannot say that. You cannot say that. You can tell yourself that you're the most handsome guy on this earth, but it makes no difference. It makes no difference. The soul knows the truth. The soul registers the truth. All you need to do is to be authentic to yourself. Live right before yourself, and you will be free from the guilt or from anything that would confuse you. You see, when you have a guilt in your mind, very strong guilt, it affects the way you deal with people. It affects the way you deal with your fellow man. It affects the way you deal with things. Yes, it's reflected everywhere. So it's better for you to get back to your soul and say that I've done wrong and forgive yourself. Do not be confused. You have said that many times to a religion. Do not be confused. You have said that many times in your mind. Do not be confused. Whatever you said to your mind, to a religion, or to whatever, makes no difference. You have to say it to yourself. You have to come point blank with your own self. You have to understand that there's a code in the universe and it cannot be changed. In the universe, there's a core, and you are part of that core of existence. You can't change that core. All you need to do is follow the code, follow that code, and live right before God and man.